Good morning, GLASW. How are you feeling today? Fantastic. I am so excited about this very simple but unique project that we are going to do today. However, before we start, as always, we must recite our artistry affirmation. So let's get started. I am an artist. What I imagine, I can create. My life is a stage of possibilities, but there is no possibility I will ever quit. My voice will be heard. My dance will remove all fear. My drama will command an applause. To make use of my talent is why I am here. I am an artist. What I imagine, I can create. My creativity is a gift I must share with the world. Ashe. So today's quote says, "The artist is nothing without the gift, but a gift is nothing without the work." That is by Emily Zola. She is an artist herself. So today, our objective is to create a 3D object on paper. Instead of having a flat surface or what would appear to be a flat surface, we want our art to stick off of the paper. Today we are going to be working on how to create a 3D box, but then I also want you to show a little bit more about yourself and what your interests are by what comes out of the box. So let's look behind me. We have our wonderful anchor chart here that shows the difference between 2D and 3D objects. So for 2D objects, those are the normal shapes that we draw, rectangles, squares, circles. However, we want our box today to be more 3D and to come off of the paper. So the difference between 2D and 3D is 2D only shows the sides and the corners. So you can tell that a square has 4 sides and it has 4 corners. However, the difference is that 3D shows the edges, the corners, and the faces. So, for instance, I have this cube over here, which is going to be kind of like our box. And we have this rectangular prism over here that looks kind of like our box. So, let's get started. I want you to get a pencil because there are going to be some portions of this box that must be erased. However, I am going to do mine in a marker so that you can actually see. And then I'm going to circle the sections that you are going to erase. So up top, I have a box that I already created. And then I have a box that you can't really see, but I'll bring it down in a second, that has something to tell a little bit about myself coming out of the box. And it was just something simple. It was a rainbow. I'll show you. But before we do that, I'm going to get started on our box. So first, you're going to have your white paper. And you're going to draw a rectangle. Again, I'm doing this in marker. You're going to do this in pencil. Everybody have your rectangle? Next, you're going to draw within your rectangle line 2 more lines. And you're doing this lightly so that when you go back, you'll be able to erase. That's your next step. Next, you are going to draw lines from that rectangle to your bigger rectangle. Next, you're going to draw a short line up on both sides. And also longer lines on both sides. Make sure that the second line is bigger. and you're going to join those two lines. Next, you're going to draw two lines out, and then you're going to connect those two lines across. Now, I'm going to circle with a green marker the sections that you have to erase. So, you will probably have to erase this section, and you will have to erase this line. Those two lines you will have to erase. You may also have to erase this section of your box to make it appear that your object is coming out of the box. Okay? So, if I drew a box and I had an object coming out of it, it would look something like this. This is a rainbow coming out. It's not colored in, but the object is that this will be a rainbow, and I will put my red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple in there. And then I also was a little bit more creative and used one of the elements of art, which is creating a different form of line, which is the spiral line. When I do this, I will have to erase these lines in between so that you cannot see them in my rainbow. I also drew a little cloud character. And over here, I could erase these lines and draw a sun, like the rainbow is bouncing out of the box and going to the sun. But whatever it is that shows who you are, for some queens, you might like flowers, you might like hearts. For the kings, you might like sports, so you might put different sports balls in there, like footballs, basketballs, baseballs, whatever shows a little bit about yourself. You might like to rap, so you might show some musical notes, or you might like to sing, so you might show musical notes. Or you might be goofy, so you might have a clown popping out of your box. Whatever you want to come out of your box, you can do that. And then, to go along with your project, I would like you to write a brief description. It can be a paragraph to a page long. It doesn't have to be so difficult. But start off by practicing the steps of drawing the box. Don't try to do your whole project right away. Start off with doing your box. Then next, try to sketch what you want to come out of your box. And then do a complete draft, color it in, and then write your paragraph or your page about your artwork. I look forward to seeing what you are doing. Remember, today's objective is learning how to make what would be normally a 2D flat surface object on a paper, such as a square or a rectangle, look more 3D. So here I go again. That's a regular 2D flat surface, but I can make it look more like a 3D box by adding dimension to it. And remember again, certain sections you will erase for your object to pop out. I hope you enjoyed this art activity, and I can't wait to see your finished products. See you later.